We've just arrived in Iceland after hearing that 54% of the population believe in the existence of elves and hidden people, and we're here to investigate the root of this belief and its connection to Icelandic nature. Believe in the elves here?
Yeah, we true everything about this. Something so many times have happening. People try to take house from them, and they have been horrible. And this is true. This is not lying. We have seen it here in Iceland. There is so much here in Iceland, and there is so much here in Hafnarfjörð.
Yeah, Elf Town.
Yeah.
Take first exit to Fjarðargata. Take first exit to Reykjavík.
We live here right next to a park called Hellisgerði Park, and it is sort of an elf city. All kinds of many different types of elves and several types of dwarfs and huldufolk, which is they are not elves, they're a special species, very much like us humans. And this park and this whole town, Hafnarfjörður, is built on a lava field that came from a small crater, an eruption around 8,000 years ago. And there seems to be something very interesting for elves and huldufolk in this lava field. They love living in this lava field. This town, Hafnarfjörður, and the next town, Garðabær, is also partly built on this lava.
Jacqueline Simpson's book on elves and folklore, she says that they were originally figures of magical wealth and prosperity. When Iceland was terribly poor, the elves embodied the dream of a richer, more comfortable world.
It's some people say it's like a utopia, like, you know, when life in the human world becomes too difficult, you flee into this world of fantasy. It's easy to explain it that way, but I have to be really convinced to be willing to go to prison and be arrested, you know.
Yeah, of course.
This book here is written by an elf called Frode.
Oh.
It's in English on one side and then Icelandic on the other side. It's not a picture of him, because when we made this book, Frode did not want a picture of him in the book, because he said that it was his experience that humans were afraid of him because he looks like a little troll.
Okay, and you've met Frode?
Oh yeah, we are good friends. He lives in the park.
Okay.
When we made this book, he allowed us to make a picture. This is Frode.
This is Frode.
Mm-hmm. He's around 900 years old.
Wow. So
he's
seen a lot.
Yes, he's seen a lot.
Prior to our arrival in Hafnarfjörður, we had arranged to be taken on the Hidden Worlds tour. The tour is run by an Icelandic lady who goes by the name of Sippa and promised to take us to the elves' home sites and to describe the town's history and its development in harmony with the hidden folk.
Okay, so let's just start our walking tour.
So we're just going on the walking tour just now. Sippa.
They get to be much older than humans. Some of them they live for a few hundred years. This is a runic sign from the Viking era, and this is the rune for protection. The Vikings would paint this on their shields, on their houses, anything they needed protection for. I have no idea what the guy keeps in the garage, but it must be something very valuable. I think today probably people are just getting this as a tattoo, so that's...
I was going to say that's my next tattoo.
Tree of the year 2006. And it's resting so nicely on the wall here.
So I think this might be a little offering that someone's left for the elves, because it's right beside this big rock that's well known to have lots of elves living in it.
This was a mystique, you know. Is it possible that two nations are living in Iceland, the hidden people in the elves and the Icelandic nation? And when I started doing my research during my college and university studying, I realized that this was real, and then I got much more interested in it.
How long have you been running the school?
For 28 years.
28 years. And every Friday students come in and they have a class for the day, is that right?
Yes, we have all Fridays at 3 o'clock. The school is open, but people can order their private school some other days.
And what got you interested in elves to begin with?
Probably my grandma's sister, she told me that she had met elves and hidden people, and that was a mystery to me. I was 11 years old. But still, I was always interested in this, you know, and what interests me the most is this deep friendship and this loyalty and this very nice, what should I say, sincerity that was between the Icelandic human and the hidden people in Iceland. That is a very beautiful thing. That's really fascinating, yes.
And what do the elves actually look like? Or have you seen them?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are so many different types. They're tiny little flower fairies, almost like just light.
Yeah.
And there are bigger flower fairies. And there's elves that look like little trolls. They're beautiful elves or fairies. They're green wood elves.
The elves look like they are from 2 centimeters, the smallest flower elves. 4, 5, 10, 7, 12, 15, the flower elves. The biggest of the elves is about 100, 120 centimeters. Then we have the hidden people, which is totally human-sized, human-looking, and human culture, and human everything.
That's the whole of it.
Yes.
Yeah, and Huldufolk, or the hidden people, they are very much like us, similar in height, similar in appearance, and similar in so many ways. They even drink coffee, some of them, which most of the elves would never do. Some are farmers, some are fishermen, you know, just doing their regular, or living their regular life like we do.
Yeah.
Up here, on the left-hand side, is the profile. It's a long forehead, big nose, open mouth and a chin. He's like screaming. Sun came way too early. Can you see it?
What is it again?
On the right-hand side,
Uh-huh.
it's the profile, long forehead,
yes,
big
yes.
nose.
So how can people tell whether it is a human or a hidden person? Would they tell you themselves? Or?
Well, you normally know that, except heavy psychic people, they sometimes cannot see the difference. Sort of a slight mixture in between you and them for psychic people, but sometimes not.
If you meet somebody and you're not sure if it's a human being or hidden being, I can tell you what to do. You can always look under their nostrils here, and if this bridge here is almost missing, then it's a hidden being, an elf.
There is one big difference, though. Of course, the difference in dimension,
Yeah.
but also that they don't have this materialistic greed that we humans have. So, the more
They're
I
happy
look
with
into
the
that,
simple life.
yes,
Yeah, just...
and it's not. They don't hold on to things like this is mine. You know, they share more easily and more willing to help everyone in need, and it does not matter what color or where they come from or what faith, or nothing matters. If someone is in need, they are willing to help.
It's selfless.
Yeah, and something we humans could learn from.
Yeah,
Especially this time, yeah.
In addition to more than half the population of Iceland believing in the existence of elves, there are a lot of people who couldn't say it doesn't exist. In a survey conducted by Terry Gunnell's team at the University of Iceland, over 80% of respondents refused to deny the existence of elves.
Collected stories and done research on elves and hidden people for 42 or 3 or 4 years. I met more than 900 witnesses that have seen them here in Iceland and 500 foreigners from 40 countries.
Yeah, over the years, I have met people from all over the world, and maybe less than a handful have told me they see creatures in their home countries as well as here. But they all agree upon that they only tell a few trusted friends about the things they can see and experience in nature, because many people in their home countries will think they're seriously ill in the head if they talk about it. But when you're in Iceland, you can talk about it to everybody and anybody, because we are very open, and I think even some Icelanders might say, oh, I wish it would happen to me, that I would see some creatures here.
I read an article in the UK in one of the papers about how they were building a highway, and lots of people protested against that for the elves. So could you explain a little bit more about that?
Yes, there was this highway made in Garðabær, in this next town, through the same lava field, and environmental groups were protesting this road being made. They wanted to make a road right through the lava field and then another one crossing, so it would just be, almost nothing left. So the elves called me out to the lava and asked me to protect an elf church that was there. So I joined the environmental group and protested with them every day. I think it was 2 months or so. And then the police came with a huge bulldozer, and the contractors just went through the lava with this bulldozer, and the police arrested us, and we were taken into a police station in Reykjavik. And of course, when they let us go, we went straight back to the lava field. I mean, we really believed in protecting the lava. Yes. So 9 of us were arrested again in the afternoon, and then we were put into prison cells while they finished going through the lava. And then there was court. We were taken to court, charged for my crime is sitting in a lava field when I was asked to leave. So I'm a criminal now. But I continued talking with the mayor and town council of this town, and they talked with the road administration, and they decided when I told them about the elf church that they wanted to protect it. So they made this decision that the road would be only 2 lanes instead of 4.
Yeah.
And they would not make the road that would cross through the lava field. And there was this smaller one, the chapel. It was right in the middle of where the new road is now. So they moved it. They asked me to talk with the elves and ask if that would be a solution. And we came to this agreement. It's very close to the road, of course, but at least it is safe. The energy stays there, and it's going to be protected. As humans, it's our responsibility to keep this planet alive, and we are doing too good a job of destroying it.
Yeah, definitely.
So it doesn't look good at the moment, but we still have a chance to turn things around and protect her. If like the elves say, if we want to live on this planet, we all have to work together.